In this tutorial, you will learn about the scanner class. Scanner objects are used to get input from a user, allowing your programs to be interactive. You can instantiate scanner objects to read input data from files or from the keyboard by a user. Scanner is in the java.util package, and you will learn how to add an import statement to your programs to use this class. Scanner is the type of class objects are created from. You can look up all of the available methods in the scanner class from the Java API. To use the scanner class, you will add this import statement at the top of your program before the class header. Once you've told the compiler where the scanner class is, you can use it to create the scanner object. This statement creates a reference variable of type scanner. Only addresses of scanner objects can go into this variable. The expression on the right is executed, which finds the scanner class and instantiates the scanner object. Remember, new is the command to create the object. System.in is a parameter passed to the object which tells the scanner where to look for data. This scanner object will look for the user to type an input from the keyboard. The object is placed into memory and its address is stored in the scan reference variable. Here are a few of the methods in the scanner class which you will use to read different types of data from the keyboard. To input integer data, use the nextInt method. This statement will scan in an int and store it into the primitive type variable x. To input double data, use the nextDouble method. This statement asks the scan object to run the nextDouble, which will look for the user to type in a double and then store it in the variable y. To input characters or strings of data, use the next or the nextLine method. Next will scan until a space is encountered, and nextLine will scan until the end of the line is encountered. The string of characters is used to create a string object, and the address to that string object will be placed in the reference variable word or words. Now, let's write a program to prompt a user for their name and age, and we will calculate and print a message with the year they were born. Create a new class and name it birthday. Type in the header of the class. This is the container for our class birthday. Since we will be using the scanner class, we'll need to add an import statement at the top of our program. Import java.util.scanner, not forgetting that scanner starts with an uppercase S. End the statement with a semicolon, and then begin typing your program. Start your program with the main method. So now I'll add the statement for my program. My program will prompt the user to enter their name and then prompt the user to enter their age. I will calculate the year they were born and then print a message to the screen. So the first thing I have to do is create variables to hold the name and the age. Their name will be stored in a reference variable called name, and their age will be stored in a primitive type variable called age. Let's start the scanner object. So this statement starts the scanner object and stores the address in the reference variable scan. When I want to use the methods that were defined in the scanner class, I'll ask the object whose name is scan to run those methods. I'll print a message out to the screen to prompt the user to type in their name. Notice that I'm using the print and not the println. This way, when I run my program, the cursor will remain right after the prompt so that they can type their name on the same line. If I use a println, it will print out please enter your name, and then when they type their name, it will appear on the next line. Also notice that I'm going to leave a space after the colon so that when they start typing, it's not right next to the colon. This statement will ask our scanner object scan to run the nextLine method. I'll use the nextLine method instead of the next in case their first name has spaces. For example, Sally space Joe. Scan will read all of the characters typed in until the user presses the enter key. We'll create the string object and put the address of that string object into name. Next, we'll prompt the user to enter their age. Notice the wording of my prompt. I'm going to ask them to enter their age. They will be this year. That way I don't have to take into consideration if their birthday has already passed. I'll ask Scan to run the next int method. Scan will be expecting the user to enter an integer, and when they press the enter key, the integer will be stored in the variable age. Now I'm ready to print a message with the year they were born in. So far my output message will print out the words hello space, it will concatenate the name that they entered, space, you were space, born in space, and so now I'll calculate the year they were born in. I'll use the current year and subtract their age. Notice that I'm putting the math calculation in parentheses, otherwise the concatenation would treat 2014 as just a string of characters. And I think I'm ready to compile and run my program. My class compiles with no errors, and to run my program, I'll select the main method, hit OK. So here you see the prompt to enter my name. Since I used the scan next line, Scan will take all the characters until the end of the line to make this string object. If I use just the next method, it would only scan up to the space between the period and the uppercase A in Allen. Please enter your age this year. It's a big year for me, big 5-0. Press enter, and the little message is printed to the screen. Hello, Mrs. Allen. You were born in 1964, which is correct, so I didn't make any logic errors, my math is good, and my program works as designed. In this tutorial, you learned about the very useful scanner class used to input data into your programs. You learned you must import the class from the java.util package, and you learned about the different methods to input integers, doubles, and strings of characters.